Bismi Allahi al-Rahim al-Rahimi. Note, I'm reciting it as I've seen it in the Topkapi Uthman Quran. And now let's look carefully. We're doing trade routes and Kaaba study. You will notice the ancient trade route. They left out the name of our sacred city Makkatha on purpose so we don't find it. Let's note Ptolemy recorded it as a third or fourth stop from Petra. So if you look at it closer, you have Gaza, you have Petra, you have another town there. It's not very clear. It looks like Alita. Then you have Tema, and across from Tema is the stop, which is Makkatha, which is our sacred city, Makkatha. Let's take a look at this of Google Earth so we can identify the trade route points. Notice carefully from this map here, there's Wadi Musa. We'll zoom in to take a closer look, which is Petra to Makkatha. The route is still there. Notice the route goes to the higher part of Makkatha, which is the higher Thaniya, above the Makkatha area. Notice this is where Shigri is, below Shigri. If you look at the trade routes from Google Earth, you will see right to our left bottom corner, Wadi Musa, which is Petra. Then you will notice from Petra, the route goes up to Tema, and then the other route comes down, it moves to Makkatha, which is in blue on the corner, and then it moves further above to Khaybar. And these are the ancient Nabatean trade routes, which were the trade routes at the time of our messenger, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Now, if we look at this is a map of the 3rd century Nabatea, and you will see Nabatea started, that is in the Petra region, but their trade routes move right through as we've seen it. Note that just as Abraha of Yemen sought to destroy our Kaaba in Makkatha and change trade routes from Petra to Makkatha, which is the ancient trade routes by our Kaaba, to his own places in Yemen, in 692 CE, so did the Kafir Abd al-Malik ibn Marwan, the Umayyad, and Ibn Hajjaj. They destroyed our Kaaba and they changed the ancient Nabatean trade routes from Makkatha, northwest, they changed it to Makaroba, which is where they placed the fake Kaaba in the south. Let's continue. By doing that, they made the area where our Kaaba is, Makkatha and Bakkatha, to become desolate. Let's take a further look. According to ancient routes, an upper mountain pass used by our Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. According to historical records, the ancient Nabateans traded on the upper Thaniya of Makkatha, not the lower Thaniya. And if you remember the map that we went to, from Petra, they came to the top, which is the top part of Makkatha. Let's see the hadith below. The Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam entered Makkatha from the mountain past the upper. No kada Thaniya al-Batha. Let's identify it and let's keep Umar alayhi salam's directional masjids in mind, because he's entering from the mountain pass upper Makkatha, shown by Umar alayhi salam, directional masjids, and not the other trade route pass used for trade, the other entrance from Petra direction, except for other than Hajj or Umrah. So let's check this properly to identify it, inshallah. Ameen. So to clarify, there are few passes coming in and we have to identify the correct pass for us to enter based on what the Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did. So let's go to the hadith. It's partly translated. He enters Makkatha from Al-Thaniya, the mountain pass, the upper, Al-Ulya. He enters Makkatha from Kada, from the Thaniya mountain pass, Al-Batha. Okay, so let's look at, so this is just telling us where the Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, where he's entering from, so that we understand where to enter from. So let's look at the Dar es Salaam translation, or there where we're going to look at the part where it says, Ibn Umar said the Messenger Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to enter Makkah from the upper hillock. The version of Yahya goes, the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to enter Makkah from Quda, from the hillock of Bata. He would come out from the lower hillock. Al-Barmaki added that is 2 hillocks of Makkah. So let's just take a look at it carefully. It says, وَيَخْرُجُ مِنَ الْثَنِيَّةِ السُّفْلَى. So he exited the lower hillock, and it says Taniyati al-Sufla. So we need to keep that in mind. So how did we get here to a majority of Muslims facing the pagans' Kaaba, not built by Ibrahim alayhi salam, and unknowingly following the Umayyad sect? Kafirs at one point in time in history turned their backs on the religion of Islam and they taught us their ways. We not knowing about and asking Allah for guidance and instead relying heavily on a scholar who is ignorant, who has deviation, or is using opinions and not checking Quran and Hadith with early dictionaries and relying on truth. So it's very, very important for us to ask Allah for guidance. Another error is following what a person taught and who learned from Saudi Arabia, deviation scholars of sect Umayyad, because they're teaching according to the sect Umayyad, not knowing to check for following and not knowing how to identify it. So not identifying whether someone is following a Quran and Hadith or following opinions. So Alhamdulillah, my Kaaba direction is reformed and corrected to Kaaba Makkatha, Hijaz region. I now face the real Kaaba of the Muslims built by Ibrahim alayhi salam in my Salah and the Kaaba of our Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Subhanallahi. Shukran Ya Rab. It is clear as day that the Kaaba in Makkah was built by Abd al-Malik bin Marwan, who is a kafir and is not our real Kaaba, but is a pagan's place, and it's not built upon taqwa from the first day, and we are not allowed to go there to stand in it, to face it. It's the Umayyad sect, which is the Dajjal sect. It's their fake Kaaba. And I will never face the Umayyad's fake Kaaba, which is a pagan's idolatry place from the first day it was built, and is being used for people following deviation in Islam ignorantly, those who don't know that they're ignorant that they're following the Umayyad sect, and they bring us up. They bring us up as children with this false fake religion and ignorance and lies, and we brought up facing the incorrect, the pagan Kaaba, and following the Abdul Malik bin Marwan's sect, which is not the complete following and not the religion of Islam.